Those getting the cars lined up on the grid. These are the fastest 10 drivers we have had here today in four-wheel drive, battling out through qualifying. Now they go head-to-head racing on the finals. Okay, thumbs up from the grid. Good luck, everybody. Stand by then, drivers. A final four-wheel drive, leg number 1. Best of luck. Here we go. So off now we'll go. A final leg number 1, four-wheel drive. Tommy Hall leads off from pole position. Ben Smith there in the 2 spot. Neil Craig in the 3. They come towards the big jump in front of the driver's stand for the first time. Nice landing from all of them. Tommy Hall comes towards race control. Orange and grey car. Car number 1 on the window. Onto the straight he comes. He's your leader from the green and white car of Ben Smith in the 2. Neil Craig in the 3. Pretty much regulation order at the start. So here comes Tommy Hall. Leads them round, pulling away slightly at the sharp end from Ben Smith. Ben Smith's got a mirror full of Neil Craig behind him. Neil Craig, he has won 100 BRCA national events during his racing career. No one else has ever got close to that. Neil Craig right up behind Ben Smith, looking for the 2nd spot. Tommy Hall pulling away at the sharp end. 1 minute quickly down, 4 minutes remaining of this race. Tommy Hall's lead 2 seconds at the front from Ben Smith. And you've got Neil Craig, Lee Martin, Josh Holdsworth, Luke Holdsworth, Jamie Hall, Daniel Pole, Thomas Phipps, Lewis Hopkins, your 4 in order. Down the straight goes Tommy Hall, 25.6. He's pulled out another 7/10 over the rest of the field. So Ben Smith looks like he's not got the perfect handling car. And Tommy Hall pulling away at the front of this A final leg number 1. Train there behind Ben Smith now with Neil Craig, Lee Martin, Josh Holdsworth, Luke Holdsworth. And all this is doing is Tommy Hall stretching his legs at the sharp end. Ben Smith making his car as wide as he possibly can. Length of the straight now, the lead for Tommy Hall. Once again pulls out another half a second that time through. Can Ben Smith get on after Tommy Hall? Neil Craig's had a mistake, so Lee Martin now up to the 3 spot. Neil Craig back to the 4. Tommy all down the straight, lapping within a 10th, lap after lap. That time he just pulls out a 10th or so on the rest of the field, so he's got a 3.5 second lead up front. 3.5 seconds does not sound much, but it's a huge amount. As you can see, the speed of these cars around this torch circuit. Tommy Hall coming towards race control now. Here comes Ben Smith. Then Lee Martin, Neil Craig, Josh Holdsworth, Luke Holdsworth, Jamie Hall, Daniel Pole, Thomas Phipps and Lewis Hopkins still your running order. So they're lapping the same sort of pace, just over half race distance now. 2.5 minutes down, 2.5 to go. Tommy Hall got this one under control out front. Round the chicane he goes. Switching back towards race control. All our focus is on the 2 spot. Ben Smith, Lee Martin and Neil Craig. And the Holdsworth brothers right in there as well. Oh, Lee Martin looking up the inside of Ben Smith. Hard on the brakes end of the straight. Ben Smith shuts the door, holds on to the 2 spot. Lee Martin showing his intention right there in 3rd. Then Neil Craig in the 4. Josh Holdsworth just pulling away slightly now from Luke. So it's 4 cars battling out over 2nd position currently. Ben Smith still holding on to the 2 spot. Holding the racing line, making Lee Martin really work for it. Lee Martin got to watch it because Neil Craig looking there for a move as they come onto the straight. 1.5 minutes remaining. Tommy Hall leading by 4.7 seconds now at the sharp end. Remember, this is only A final leg number 1. They've got to do it again. A final leg 2 coming up. And then it may go to a decider, A final leg 3 to decide the winner today. Tommy Hall extends the lead. Ben Smith, Lee Martin, just pulling away slightly from Neil Craig by half a second or so that time. Approaching the final 1 minute to go, drivers. Absolutely, exhibition drive from Tommy Hall out front every single lap, ladies and gentlemen, within 0.2 of a second of each other. That is how consistent Tommy Hall is going in its A final, leg one, 35 seconds to go. Ben Smith still there holding on second place. Lee Martin giving chase. Neil Craig right in there as well. And Josh Holdsworth. 30 seconds to go. Lee Martin right there, still with Ben Smith, watching his mirrors because Neil Craig right there as well. They're going to go round to start what will be the final lap now. 6 seconds, the massive lead for Tommy Hall. It's still all about second, third, fourth and fifth. Towards a big jump, they come in front of the driver's stand. Nice landing once again. There's the buzzer. So they're racing to the line this time. Ben Smith holding on for second. Tommy Hall sends it down the straight. He wins leg number one. What a drive, what pressure. Ben Smith holds on to second place with a brilliant drive. Lee Martin third, Neil Craig fourth. Josh Holdsworth is your top five after leg number one. So, Tommy Hall, well done. Brilliant win in leg number one. Let's see what happens in leg number two. 4 more finals to go, and then it'll be a final leg number two in about half an hour's time.